I grew up on a farm in a little town called Thorpedale, town of 300 people. My mum and dad were awesome. They raised us, they loved us. We looked after sheep, so I grew up doing that, helping my dad do those sort of things. Still the things that I do today, like drumming, motorbike riding, are all things that I saw my dad do. So I probably looked at my dad and thought, man, that's cool. I want to be as cool as him when I'm older. But I realized when I got older, looking back on my childhood, I felt like I wasn't ever good enough at doing stuff like anything. Like I would want to be with my dad, and I guess whenever I did get that validation and that encouragement from him, they were the things that I really fed off. But there were so many times when either he would be making something or he would build, because he was really good with his hands. He would always build something, but he's also a perfectionist. If I would ever try and help and I didn't do it quite right, or I didn't use the tool right, or I didn't put the tool back right, and I would be disciplined for that. And then that made me feel like, okay, maybe I'm just no good. Maybe I can't do this. I struggled with insecurity and still do. And I think a lot of that stemmed from my childhood of not feeling like I was good enough. Yeah, not feeling like what I could actually do was ever going to be good enough. Out of that, like, learning what God's heart towards me is. I didn't have to prove myself. I didn't have to be a certain somebody or live up to a certain standard. It was just enough. Knowing that you're good enough, that doesn't matter who you've been, doesn't matter what you've done, even yesterday. It doesn't matter where you came from, like the smallness, the way you see yourself doesn't matter. If we based our lives on the way we saw ourselves, we would be nowhere. But somehow trusting the fact that we're God's children, God's got you, God loves you, that's huge. I have to do that to my kids. They have to know that them being themselves is enough. And that's the way they were created, the way God designed them, the way God perfectly molded my children. They're exactly the way they should be. And I made a decision in my mind then that I was going to really be conscious into how I speak over my son or daughter. Always wanted to encourage them, even in the little things, like the little things that they do, just to make sure that I include them with me. And it doesn't matter if they don't do a good job. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. All that matters is that they're with me, they give it a go, and that they know that their dad loves them. Nothing I ever did was too bad for God. I was just enough. Yeah, and he's always that good. He's still that good. God he's a father. Someone who cares no matter what.